Hey, Clear Lake peeps. Ross England here, Clear Lake Guide Service with your Clear Lake report for, well, we're going to do this on Wednesday afternoon, so we'll do it correct. April 10th, 2024. So you can't tell, but it's a beautiful day out here right now. Forecast was for 75. It's going to hit, it's currently 83, which is extremely comfortable. Honestly, I'm really ready for the naughty weather to be gone and get us back to a little bit more serious stuff at hand, because really looking forward to this spring and even into this summer. So, okay, lake level. Lake level is currently at 7.95, and I'm gonna say about sometime yesterday is when it went under 8.0. So it's been 24 hours. So certainly by the time we hit the weekend, the quarter-mile idle restriction will be gone. Unless we get rain and get more inflow. Don't get me wrong, there's still water running in. There's water up above Rodman. I went to Ukiah today and just looked at some of that stuff as I drove up there. Rodman's running. Our creek, Kelsey Creek, is running. Adobe still has water running. So there's still water coming into the lake. It's clear water right now. The mud's gone, but the lake is finally starting to drop, and it's gotten under 8 feet, which it's kind of surprising how long it actually sat there above 8 feet this year. Water clarity. Between fishing the upper end and fishing one day down in the Redbud Arm, water clarity is not quite what it should be for this time of year. Speaking for the upper end, but it's very similar to last year. I could only find maybe 3 foot of visibility in the areas that I fished. I've heard some other people saying that, they've, along the North Shore especially, they saw a little bit more, maybe 4 feet. But, if you're not trying to sight fish, it's good watercolor. Yesterday when we were down in the Redbud Arm, there were areas that I saw 6.5 feet where I could see bottom. I ran around quite a bit of it. There may have been some that, it was a little bit less, and some of it that it was a little bit more, but I thought the water was pretty clear. It was clear enough that you could see, as an example, throwing a rip bait. For the most part, you could see almost the entire retrieve, watching it come back. Have no idea what it's like down in the Rattlesnake Arm. We'll let Bob cover that with his report. Water temperature. Monday, Tuesday, it was still a little bit cooler, and I saw starting temps of 56, 57 up on this end of the lake, the upper end of the lake. The highest I saw Tuesday afternoon or Monday afternoon was 58 and a half. Got down into the Redbud Arm, pretty much saw the same thing. It was still between 57 and 59. I did get into a couple areas that I saw 60, kind of midday, 61. So, overall, I'm going to say we had a week ago where we saw 61 and 62 degree water temps. And I'm sure today, if I was out on the water, there would be, in some protected areas, there would be plenty of 60 degree water. It was a warm day yesterday, relatively warmer morning, really nice today. So water temperature is going to be up. I think that's it as far as the conditions are concerned. Upcoming activities. Hope you don't have your vacation scheduled for the next 10 days. Okay, here's what we got going on. We got an ABA out of, I think, Lakeport on Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is a WON Bass Pro-Am. The last I looked, they were at about 160 boats, or I should say the last I could find, and that was, I think, 5 days ago. I know they've got enough AMs that they're kind of hoping they can get up to 175, and you know what? They probably will, so hopefully they do. Billy runs a good tournament, and man, are they here at the right time. So that's next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday, we still are going to have one more beating to be delivered, and that is with the BBT. I believe the BBT is out of the Redbud launch, but I'm not 100% certain. Oh, and going back to WON Bass, they don't have, with their official rules, they don't have an official practice period or anything. The only thing I could find was there was no off limits leading up to the event, other than they all have to be off the water by 3 on Tuesday afternoon, because you know their pre-tournament meeting and all that stuff. So got a busy week ahead. The weather looks good. There's going to be some good weights, so it'll be good for the area. It just isn't going to be so good for the fish. What else is going on? Talk about fishing a little bit. You know, we're still not really whacking big numbers of fish, but the average size of the fish that we're catching is good. I think we had 1 2-pounder since the last report, which is the first one I've seen in a long time. Most of the fish that we're catching are 3 3/4 to, we'll round it off and call it 5 pounds. Almost every day we've got at least one fish that's 5 pounds plus. The biggest one was, since the last report, was 7.5. We're catching our fish on combination of underspins. Actually, I got to fish for a couple hours and I caught a really nice fish on a drop shot. What a surprise to most people. Not that I caught a big fish, that's a surprise, but that I caught it on a drop shot. And we ripped quite a few fish. Caught some fish on underspins, and caught a fish for a little bit that we messed around with it with a trash fish. So the bite, the fishing pressure is still extremely heavy, which is normal up on the upper end of the lake. I really haven't talked to anybody who's fished either of the other 2 arms, so I can't really give you any information on that. So that's about all I can give you. The weather's been kind of up and down. It looks like Friday afternoon and Saturday we're going to get another little blip and the temperatures are going to drop, but all that that's kind of been the actual pattern for ABA. The weather's good until their tournament, and then all heck breaks loose. So anyway, that's it. Do me a favor this time. If you hung around long enough, hit the old like button. Just let me know. You know, I see about 80 to 90, sometimes 100 likes each time for like 1,500 people looking at it. So punch a button, just tell me something. We'll see you next week.